Hey everyone. Another thing that failed to mention this week is that I've returned to school after many years of not being in school. So, for years I kept on delaying and putting it off of returning back to school to get my master's degree. Now, I would say in my 30s, I applied to several schools and I got a lot of rejections because I did not have a competitive GPA from my undergraduate years, which probably is a reason why I work so hard with young people and trying to get them to realize that what they do in the undergraduate level does count. Unfortunately, my GPA was probably like a 2.7 or a 2.8. The minimum requirement for most master degree programs is 3.0. So for years, I felt like a failure. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to school and I don't care. I am done. I'm just going to work and have a very fruitful life. And I know God was working on me. I know He was like trying to whisper in my ear that you are good enough, but I really never felt I was good enough. Around 2013, I was like a year into working for an organization in Staten Island. And one of my supervisors apprised me of the fact that there was a scholarship, the John F. Kennedy Scholarship for human service workers. And she said, you should look into this, Pam. I know you want to go back to school. I'm like, they're not going to take me because my GPA from undergraduate is not good enough and it's not competitive. It's not a 3.0. So, and she was like, no. She said, stop being negative. Fill out the dang on application. She printed it out for me. Oh my God. I hope I don't get emotional when I think about it. She printed it out for me and she told me to go and fill it out. I did. I applied to return to school back in 2013. I think it was really, really late in the process. It was like December and the program was starting in January. So after much delay, I applied and I returned to school for a 1 year program. I graduated in June 2014. I received my graduate certificate in youth development from CUNY School of Professional Studies. I took classes with some phenomenal individuals, and when I returned back to school, I was feeling some kind of way. Again, you got that fearful part of your personality. You're like, I'm in school with people who might be smarter than me, some of the younger, people, and some of these people came in this program, already got master's degrees, but I had to remember that I'm not the oldest. There was a couple older students, and they came faithfully. And I just had to remember to apply myself and just go for it. And I did. I graduated with a 4.0, despite the fact that I had a lot of struggles. Going back to school, knowing how to write these papers, reaction papers. I never did a reaction paper. I had to teach myself how to do a reaction paper. I was very grateful that I had a supervisor at that time who basically pushed me out of the office. She's like, look, you need to go. It's 4 o'clock. Get on the ferry and go to class. So I would go to class and I would be tired. There'd be days that I didn't want to go, but I got on site very early and I would use like 2 hours to like read my articles and process things. And so when it was time to post my reaction papers, and it was a really good experience on learning how to use Blackboard, how to do this online thing, how to do long papers, how to do projects, how to collaborate with others. So after the program ended, unfortunately my position and my job got cut, and I was like, what am I gonna do now? So I just kept working. I worked for another year and a half. in my current role that I've been doing. And you know, I joined a team of people that are phenomenal. Everyone on my team is like working on PhDs and master's degrees. And you know, I had a previous director. I used to have a lot of conversations with my previous director. He would always say, "Go for your passion. Go where your passion lies, Pam." He said, "If this job is not making you happy, then find something that you're passionate about." I said, "The only thing I'm passionate about is education. I want to go back to school, but I don't know how I'm gonna afford it. I don't know, whatever." He said, "Don't let that be a deterrent. Go back to school." So once again, when I did try to return back to school last year at this time, for whatever reason, my references, I was busy, overwhelmed, and I didn't get my paperwork in. So when the spring came, my supervisor was like, "Look, when do you need this sent, Pam? Because you're gonna do this." And so he pushed it. Thank you, O'Neill. He pushed it, and he really, you know, my other reference was ready. I did my paperwork. I paid for everything. I had to track down all of my transcripts from all the colleges. I did all that work, and for some reason, I was thinking they're not going to accept me. I said, but I'm going to put everything in and let it go into the atmosphere. And I know the reason why I'm doing this video, because there are a lot of people who come to my page, you know, on social media. I get inboxes from people. And I just want to share a little bit of my story. Maybe it can inspire you to really go out there and push yourself to do something and stop making excuses. A lot of times, we are our own worst enemy. And I decided I wasn't going to live like that no more. And if it take me more than a year to get this master's degree in disabilities, I'm going to get it. Period. I remember recently having a conversation with someone and talking about, you know, what I want to do. And, you know, there are so many different feedback that you get from people. And I want to touch upon feedback just a little bit. Not everybody is going to be tied to your dream and your passion. Not everybody's going to say, "Ooh, that's beautiful. That's nice. That's wonderful. Go for it." Not everybody. You have to be your own cheerleader. It's lovely that I have people around me that are very supportive. You know, from my mom to a lot of my coworkers to the youth that I mentor and volunteer with. You know, but at the end of the day, I have to be buying into my own dream. I have to be the one that says, "This is what I'm going to do." I remember back in 2013 when I was teaching college and career readiness, and I told the kids that before I hit 50, I am going back to school and I am going to get my degree. Here we are. I'm almost 50. No, I'm not that old, y'all. But I will be 50 in 2 years. So I still got some time. But I wanted to say, really, please believe in yourself and believe that you can do it. I am very grateful for the individuals that really took the time to talk to me. And I took a little bit from every person. Some people told me, "Don't pursue a master's in disabilities." If you can believe that. They're like, "You're not going to be marketable. You're not going to be able to use the degree." I've heard that argument too. However, no shade or anything. Remember, everybody has different motivations for saying certain things to you. So take things with a grain of salt. I know that the individuals that said those things came from a place of love. But I have to craft and do my own path. And the whole time that I've been going through a transition right now that I haven't really talked about on my page, because I can't talk about everything, but God is like working on that. And He got me in school. I got financial aid. What the heck? Let me go for it. And I got, I got everything that I need to start off successfully. So dreams can be dreams, right? But without action, forget it. You're not going nowhere. You're not doing nothing, right? So create your dreams out loud too. Don't just say, I'm going to dream about this, and then you don't do anything to make it come alive. Make it come alive. Make it sing. You might go through the darkness and you might go through some hard times getting to the end of that tunnel. But when you get to the end of that tunnel, that's going to be a great feeling. I know this program is going to be challenging. I'm taking classes online. You should see the amount of reading that I have to do. And I already had to do a paper. And we just started the program on Thursday. I already had to do a paper and post it before I did this video. But I'm grateful that I have the knowledge to be able to do the papers. And I know how to do a reaction paper. I know some of this other stuff that they're going to ask us to do. I'm going to have to research some things. I got a project due next Sunday. I got a whole week to get it together and get it done. But it's so much on the line for it that it's just like I'm very grateful that I'm in this position. Meanwhile, the gift that God gave me is the gift of freedom and the gift to choose. And I choose to educate myself, to arm myself with information that is going to help a community wherever God places me. With that being said, have a good night. My birthday's in 3 days and I got a lot of homework to do, so I gotta see y'all later. Peace.